Keele Krakens take on Aalborg. Now, we all had kind of a top 4 locked in. Hamburg, Berlin, Kiel, Amsterdam are probably the top 4 for a lot of people.
Trying to feel each other out and wait for the mistake. There it is. Aalborg here, and they look very confident, still looking for more. Mel's gone cross of their own, forced to vacate the zone very quickly. Mel! My goodness. Received by Mel, coming back here. Strong stance, flip, reset, right under the bar. So it gets all the way to the back wall, and now the ball's ping-ponged around.
The goal right there as well. And that this didn't happen. There you go, bounced it. This is supposed to be one of our favorites of the competition. Seeing from the Kiel side, as in they're actually playing on their opponent's side of the pitch. The result, a goal, and that's going to be an early lead for Kiel.
I'm scared to call them a rank specifically that's afraid to go for an aerial. There is an aerial. K3 is huge in the middle of the pitch, and Exeter continue to not be able to defend it particularly effectively.
I mean, that's because Dooz.
Yeah, you have to give credit to Dooz there. He is fully just destroying the defense on the back wall.
Instead, it nearly goes the other way, and in fact, it does. Off of the proactive play from Exeter, Kiel is able to find a counterattack, and it's a 5-0 lead.
Trading when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only time demos really can get to a player, but in this situation, K3 just had the straight-up speed over their opponent's 1-0 lead for Kiel.
It's just kind of pads stuck once again. Low boost, to be fair, as the last person back.
Exeter first, K3 tries to clear it straight to pads.
That's it.
Shot,
That's it.
Goal, we go to game 4. 3 just got 2-on-1 and like wound up kind of sandwiched between the two. Shot from Poddy will go in, and it's a 1-0 lead for Kiel.
Have been another goal. K3 just not a form that's in.
Whoa!
That's just in the pinch off the side wall, and nobody there. Just too much power behind it. K3 is still, he's going the right direction. He's moving to cover, and Pads just wins the 50. That's a Chad's move if I've ever seen it. And overtime, a game 5 feels like it would be against Poddy. Just close it out here. It's on target. Pads over the crossbar. K3 the follow-up. Not past the goal line. Ignital big save, and Ignital's on target. The other end of the pitch. It's in. It's Exeter with a lead. 6 seconds remaining. They're going to game 5. Exeter have looked stronger in the last 2 games. They've closed it out at the death, and Kiel, they need to find another gear. They'll find it right here. K3 to open up the scoring. Who else would open up the scoring for it but K3? Dooz to set it up for him, and this is the Kiel we want to see.
Team Star, though, with nowhere to put it, tries to throw it back as far as possible. Does successful in getting it to pads, but that should be the end of the attack. K3, dangerous touch right there. Faking out the defense, finds the second, and K3 really does not want to lose to game 5. K3 shuts it down, and with that, Kiel, they survive the reverse sweep, they break the streak, and they get themselves into day number 2.
Kiel, they need to go and get a good night's sleep now, because this is not the Kiel we've come to know and love. This was a shaky day 1 of UR Winter 2022 for them. But it's okay. They survived, Formal. They survived, and they can focus for tomorrow.
People are saying Kiel, they're done, they're dusted, they're going to lose to the Kit Lawnmowers. I believe Kiel can bounce back. They had a bad day yesterday, but they survived, and this is where we're going to see Kiel back to full strength. They're going to have to be back at full strength, because if not, it is going to be, well, a short day for them here in that first match.
Easier for these teams as the evening goes on. K3 bottom corner shot. Just barely inside that post, but it starts here and right now to buy a little bit of time. But Dooz is taking all of that real estate and going far side.
All for Kit is to prepare for game number 2, as Dooz will indeed get the 6th goal in.
The ball rolls along the ground to end this game at that 6-0 scoreline. Keele Krakens will take game number 1, tested method to score, but it can be telegraphed to some extent what
Following out at K3, close on 2 times, but Dooz will finally get equalized. Big clear coming out. Pads up for this one. Dooz beats her in the air. Now Poddy up for this one, gets bumped up. K3 has a free lane to get the shot. That's a beautiful shot. Gets it top bins and equalized for Kiel.
Fantastic work here. It's Poddy yet again with another high touch to buy a bit of time and space for K3 to launch that one coming through.
Pressure, they've really held up the pressure, but here a shot coming in. No defender able to get a touch there, and Kit SC win game number 2. Dooz finally get a breakthrough. K3, 1-for-1 opportunity, gets a monster flick on the crossbar though. Now Poddy for the follow-up shot, also over the bar. Dooz, it's gonna be wide. Those shots need to be more accurate. Keele Krakens, Poddy, there we go. That's a good shot on target. As the backboard did get peppered, but in the end they gotta go out of it. Coming in, Mete, it's gonna be a wide setup for the shot, gonna be in. As we see KSC equalizing game 3. They're reading Keele's plays at the moment.
I agree with you there, and we've got to see the speed from Keele, because everything that allows Kit to block the play is what's not present until now. There it is, K3 gets the absolute screamer right under the bar. Just over 4 minutes of extra time, 9 minutes total in the game. Solid placement there, solid goal. Keele Krakens, they take the overtime and they advance to match point. The infield passes were not going to cut it against Kit SC's defense. Now all of a sudden, both teams are getting highly creative, but pads denied, and can't believe it seemingly there at the near post off of Zeta's initial touch to the back wall. Both teams getting excellent looks here. The quality of shots on target and the quality of saves by product, both stepping up for both teams here as we are 3 minutes gone. And K3 with a very tight angle on that double gets it to fall. Keele get the lead. 5 seconds to go. Full tank of boost up towards the ceiling. Good to beat one. Now against Dooz though, and there's the challenge. It's at the middle of the pitch. Needs to be kept alive. Zeta touches it over to the corner, and now it's the Skyline show. Does pop it up well enough. K3 trying to run a diversion there. Blocked out by Poddy. That is a large launch going to absolutely nowhere. And the Keele Krakens, they deny Kit SC the game 5. The lawns go unkempt, and the Keele Krakens advance to round 5. And for the Keele Krakens, this is exactly the rebound that they needed. They will move forward into round 5 with confidence and hopefully lock up one of those playoff spots to redeem a little bit of UK's lack of a masterclass yesterday.
And that's why I'm still thinking that Keele isn't there yet.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to be there if they're going to move on. No, it wouldn't, but like I have to ask the question right now, Gargan. Like, if someone on Stuttgart is going to come through, who should we be looking at to perform?
Oh, it's a difficult question because anyone I feel like can step forward, but they've got to do their own stepping back as well and make sure that that back line is protected. That's the key point right there. Anybody on Keele can be the one to take that mantle at any time. So Stuttgart have that to battle against.
It was the first one for those big plays, and then K3 got more warmed up and more involved. And as soon as K3 was in the open, that's when we saw those dramatic plays. That's when we saw like the real mechanics come through. And for the second time, it's Dooz setting up the double. K3 underneath actually holds back despite the whiffs. Still going to play setup, and I think Poddy's got this one in off the backboard. Double is good.
That's that coach brain right there being put to good use there for Poddy. K3 launch to the back wall. It's as cleaning to like, really. I mean, no issues with that play. Sure that they have the game differential to do so, since all of these teams in round 5 that they pass through will be in 6, 7, and 8 respectively. So, like, what is happening here? That was a complete, like, the most calm chase back with 5 players up until the demo finally comes through, and we don't have a goal.
No, they're not. And it's just been very consistent play from both sides. I like DNA going for the bump. Does enough to throw off Poddy, and it's a 1-0 lead. K3 has been quite silent so far, and that's a beat against K3 that you don't typically expect. Again, I'm starting to worry about Keele, but Dooz does not bring him back immediately. It did eventually go in.
These touches out of the middle of the field are only favoring the engines right now. Nobody's home up the top. And we had a miss, but Mizu comes in, finishes that one off.
Looking for it, slowed down by Aki. Mizu's in the net, does not make the save, and K3 puts it in.
In the hands of Dooz, right down to the ground, and Keele Krakens, they get game 3.
Because the 2-0 lead, possibly about to be 3-0 as K3 puts it in. At lower speed, that's not going to be the case. So even if Keele does win this one out, it's going to be a tough road. They're trying to bring it back now, though, so maybe they are able to take game 4. Dooz makes it, a 3-goal game.
Doesn't get the better half of the ball, it's sent wide.
Oh, light touch gets a pass a couple defenders, and Poddy puts it in. 18 seconds, 2-goal differential.
Not going much farther than that. K3 has a chance, but DNA with the save potentially of the game. Dooz goes back, and Haie doubles up on his teammate there to say thank you very much. We are taking Keele Krakens to game 5.
Champions Field yet again. This Swiss stage has had more Game 5s in it than I can remember out of any of the Swiss stages. No one would have predicted Keele not in the top 8, and they are now 5 minutes away from doing what was considered near impossible. Unless they can find ways to flip the map once more, if this Keele attack continues like what we saw, Keele still should win this Game 5. Dooz off the kickoff. It doesn't quite make the contact.
Anki doesn't really have that much space either. There's a miss from Mizu, but big demo on a K3 to deny the goal-scoring opportunity.
And all of a sudden, K3's knocking on the door. There's the bump. There's the touch, and Dooz gives Keele the first goal of the game. But Mizu is just keeping that offense running. Gets another touch off the backboard. This one gets behind him, and Poddy puts it through. Puts it in an awkward spot. Poddy, near own goal, somehow kept it safe. And now we go the other way. Dooz can seal the deal. Makes it 3-0.
Holding on to 3 the better here, heading to the final 30 of game number 5. Is this the Keele Krakens regain? Well, that 4th goal might just secure it. Poddy off of the ceiling here will send us to 4-0.
It's definitely going to be a weekend for them that they're not going to remember too fondly.
I tried to tell you that the experience prevails in this scrappy situation, and the Keele Krakens are the team to get that done. Playing it out to the final seconds, tick off the clock before everybody parks, exchanges GGs, virtual handshakes, and all the like. And the Keele Krakens have reverse swept this Swiss stage of Winter and made it in, albeit as the 8th seed, but they live to see the playoffs.
You had to sneak in the reverse sweep in there, didn't you? After I said it was outlawed today, they had to find a way to do it. And you know what? Credit to them for being able to pull it out. It's tough to bounce back from that 0-2 stage, but Keele, you know, they stayed resolved. They fought through that adversity. Did they perform to their level? I would argue not yet, but the best news for them, Galgan, they now have time to prepare for what most likely is going to be the favorite of this event.